Hey guys, what's going on? StormRider36 here, and today we are back with another Smite gameplay commentary, but this one's a post-commentary. I haven't done a post-commentary in a while, but this is about a god, a character that I really enjoy, but I feel like is underrated and neglected in the game. And I'm playing as that character in this gameplay. You guys can see him on the screen. It is Anhur the Hunter. Anhur is an amazing character. He is so good. But the reason that he's so good is because of the way his abilities combo in with being a hunter, his basic attacks, pretty much is what I'm trying to say. So, you guys are going to see multiple times throughout this video of me using his abilities in combination with his basic attacks, and that's where his power comes from. Because he's fucking awesome. But you don't really see people playing him too much, and if you do see him, you see the high rank ones that have been playing him for a really long time, because they know how to use Anhur. But he's kind of an old character when you think about it, like kind of left behind by all the new characters, all the new cool characters. He's a very basic character. He is the lion god of war from Egypt. He, has a very basic idea. He throws giant spears that he creates from sand because, surprise, surprise, Egypt's in the desert. And, he summons an obelisk, which the Egyptians are very known for, and it causes sand to swirl around it, slowing enemies and causing Anhur to do more basic attack damage to them. The enemy slowed, that is. And then he has his other ability, his second ability, which is his Impale, I want to say it's called. I'm not looking, this is all off the top of my head, by the way. So Impale is where he just throws a spear harder than usual to pin the enemy up against his, to pin the enemy, pretty much. It either, is a great lane clear, whatever you want to call it, for the minions. It does a ton of damage, or if you hit somebody and they end up getting struck up against the wall, they are stunned for a certain duration. I don't know if it increases or not, but I know that there is a stun. Regardless, the stun is like a very big part of it, and you can combo that with his with his pillar, because his pillar is an entity. It's a wall. It's like Ymir's wall. It's like Gabrakan's wall. It's a wall. It's something that you can be pinned up against. So that's what happens. You pin people up against that pillar. They're in the center of the sand, and you can just basically attack them to all hell because you don't give a shit. Because they're in your sand. They're your bitch. Anhur's third ability is his escape, his initiate, whatever you want to use it for. And that is his jump. Anhur leaps to the target location identified by the, the outline. If you have those equipped, or wherever your little circle is on the ground, you can see that on my screen. There's a little white and blue circle indicating roughly where my aim is. And when he jumps, landing in that target area, he knocks up anybody in there and does damage. Now, not a big amount of damage because that would be OP as shit, but the knockup is significant, and you can still hit people from that knockup, which is one of the main reasons why he is actually a very, very good initiator with that, because you're going to see me use it multiple times to jump up, or to jump in to finish somebody off because they're trying to escape, and it pretty much makes them unable to escape because they're in the air. They can't activate abilities while in the air, so they're stuck in the air while I can just throw spears at them, and usually it's one more shot because I know that they're low enough that I can do that, because that's a very risky tactic, because you can get rid of your escape to initiate, and that's always a big problem with players, is to figure out when to initiate with their leap or teleport or jump, and when to escape with it. And if you use it to initiate, you have to go into a fight knowing that you're not going to get out of that fight very easily. So that's all you at that point. Anyway, so that was Anhur's third ability. Anhur's fourth ability is his ultimate. Don't know what it's called. I like to call it the chain gun of spears, because he just stands there, he gets crowd control immunity, and he just unloads like 15 to 20 spears into his enemy at once. And, you know, it hurts a lot. It hurts a fuck ton. It's a very, very good ultimate. Goes through walls, you know, has very good range. I love it. It's a very good finish to somebody who tries to escape from Anhur. And it's also a very good counter to like anybody trying to rush in on Anhur, because he can't be hit by any CC. So if like a Ymir's at like medium health and he's trying to come in and, you know, freeze you so that another teammate can come in, you can either focus on the Ymir or focus on that other teammate to fight or to hit with your ultimate, and then one, you're not frozen by Ymir, and two, whoever you just hit got tons of damage dealt to them, because it's a very high damaging move. And I think it's really fun. It's a very rewarding ultimate, just because, you know, any ultimate that you can shoot people through walls is very rewarding because you can't see them on the other side, so it's kind of like, oh, I got it. So it's really, really fun and really, really cool. And you guys are all probably thinking, oh, Anhur, wow, why am I not playing him? He sounds really cool. I feel like it's because he's comparative to other hunters. He's very basic. He doesn't have any flashy abilities, you know. You don't really say, oh, remember that Anhur when he did that, when he did this? No, you say, remember that Ullr when he jumped over the wall and hit us with the axe? Remember that Jingwei that, you know, ulted under tower but then got out unscathed? Or remember Apollo finishing off that Janus that got across the map with his ultimate? You don't hear about Anhur doing any of that stuff because he actually just can't. Best he can do is hit somebody through the next wall, and then, you know, that's the ability of his range, because he's one of the original characters to Smite, and that's kind of where he like falls off, I would say. If you look at old videos of Smite, Anhur really hasn't changed much. His power has changed a little bit. His mana costs for a lot of his abilities have changed a lot, because I remember when Smite was in beta on Xbox One, at least, he was very mana hungry, and this was before I knew how to build anybody who was mana hungry, so it was like no one ever wanted to play him because they were like, screw this guy. He can't do any abilities without mana. So you're very much relying on basic attack damage, which to some people isn't very fun. But, you know, it's whatever. But another thing is that Hi-Rez is kind of, you know, made a claim on him. It's not like, I'm not saying this is like a bad thing or like a diss to them. Right? I don't know. It's really just, you know, every other character really that has been in the game for a long time has gotten like this thing called a revamp, a visual revamp, so that they are not just, you know, old looking characters. Arachne got one, Anubis got one. Anubis is probably my best example to give, just because of the fact that he I've seen old videos of both him and Anhur fighting. Oh, and Ymir too has also got a like a redo to his skin. If you look at Anubis versus Anhur, Anubis has so much more well-defined hairs and more detail put into his garb than Anhur does. Anhur's just kind of left with his plain color palette, and, you know, that's not Hi-Rez's fault. I'm gonna assume that they do that just because no one really plays him. It makes sense. If no one really plays him, there's no point in, you know, upping his look, because who cares? You know what I mean? It's totally not Hi-Rez's fault, because, you know, they're just doing what they want to do. And it's, you know, it's really just sad to me because I love him so much. It's, you know, just, he deserves better. My little buddy, my little Anhur, because he's a really good hunter. But like I said, he is just, you know, underused. He's very powerful. And I will admit, the obelisk impale thing is so hard to hit. And, you know, does have actually very strong basic attacks. So, really, the Obelisk basic attacks is actually a pretty good idea. And his Impale is actually a really good way to help teammates or to just escape yourself, because you can push the enemy away. It pushes enemies. And you guys are going to see me use it to escape. I'm going to put some of those clips in. But, you know, I'm just kind of sad that Anhur doesn't get as much limelight as everyone else does. But, you know, maybe it'll change, because the meta's constantly changing. You know, people are constantly trying out new gods, new ideas. And then they find that character that the new idea works with, and they're like, hey, this is really good. So, I don't know what that could be for Anhur, because I am no pro at Anhur at all. I just like him a lot. So, but it's really just up to the community to, like, get him that revamp, because he could probably get that revamp. I hope that they're planning on it, at least for one day, because Freya got one. Come on, Freya was alright looking. It's not like she was bad, but, you know, I feel like Anhur deserves one. Just not even like a revamp or anything. Just like, hey, he needs new graphics, just because he looks old comparative to the other characters in the game. That's the only thing that I'm thinking about. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Like and comment if you enjoyed. If you agree, let me know in the comment section. If you disagree, let me know in the comment section. I really want to know what the Smite community is thinking about with Anhur, because I really, really enjoy him. But, you know, some of you may be like, nah, I don't care. He's perfectly fine the way he is. And that's perfectly okay that you think that. You know, I'm just expressing my opinion about a character that I like to play. So, thank you guys again so much for watching. This has been Stormheart36, and I'll see you all in the next one.